Did you receive it?
I just not got it. Thank you.
No problem.
I haven't seen a doctor or a nurse practitioner in a long time. Have you?
Ever since I've been here, the Palazzo building, I got a physical when they brought in the bus, the terror bus,
Okay.
and then they evaluated me then.
And who sent this to you? What's your name?
Letitia
Letitia. What's your last name?
Hawkins.
L-E-T?
Yeah, so let me. Yes, Latisha Hawkins Hawkins.
Need to see if we have a release of information that I can release information to DSS. I know you signed one for homeless services a long time ago. I just want to make sure because otherwise, and if I don't have one, I'll just ask you to sign one. Okay, that just allows me to release information to her or to have a conversation with her.
Was it Letitia?
Well, I would ask for all of social services because Letitia may be there today. She may be not there next week. So I want to have that ongoing whomever's in her place kind of thing.
Yeah, she just said to fill out the form and then I would give it to her and then she would.
See, I can't fill out the form because it requires a doctor's signature. Doctor or nurse practitioner. That's why I was going to try to have a conversation with her to see if there are others that could sign that form that wouldn't have those credentials.
So you're not a doctor or a psychologist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what is your position?
I'm a licensed professional counselor, LPC, and that's not an MD or even a nurse practitioner.
You're not a physician of any sort. So any of these workers here are is a physician?
None like back in here, and even if we had one of our physicians to sign, you'd have to meet with that person for an appointment.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get a tour within 10 days, and this is like the third day. So you guys have physicians here?
Yeah, but you have to sign up to be a client. You have to register and become an open treatment client.
Yeah, I need the paperwork signed as soon as possible.
Okay, well, what I'd like to do is to have that conversation with her to see if they will take a signature that's not an MD to see if I can sign that or see. I'm wanting some guidance from her. Okay. Let me print off another release.
Actually, if you could just guide me to a physician, then I'll be able to have that signed. And then,
well, Francis, any physician's going to want to speak with you for do an evaluation.
right.
And so sometimes, do you have a doctor that you see regularly?
Yeah, I have a doctor in Arlington I can go see.
When was the last time you saw that doctor?
It's been years now.
Um,
Because if you're not a physician, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't come to you. I would go to somebody else. I thought you were a physician.
mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that's because that's what she asked for, and I need to get it as soon as possible.
Well, I want to. I want to
As soon as-
find out from her. Would it? Could someone that's not a physician sign this?
No, she stated that a physician
Doctor.
has to, somebody that's a physician has to sign.
Okay. Can I then have a conversation with her to say that you're going to go out and look for, try to get that signed by by a physician?
By a physician. Uh, if uh, if you want to talk, you can speak to her if you want to.
Okay. It's warm in here, isn't it?
But they have physicians in here in this
Mm-hmm.
building.
But there's a long process to get in to see a physician. You'd have to go through a full assessment, have a first appointment with the case manager, and then you have an appointment with the doctor, and that probably wouldn't be for another 3 to 4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
And that's for treatment. I mean, that's understanding that you want treatment. That's not just to get the paper signed.
And take it along. Yeah, I'll set up an appointment. Actually, yeah, if you can print out a copy of that, and then I can go straight to my other doctor, and then he'll be able to sign it. Because I thought you were a physician the whole time.
Princess, what's your date of birth? August? No. What's your date of birth?
8/17/1982.
It was August 1982, right?
Right. You believe that I'm being gang stalked and electronically harassed, correct? Because of that's the reason why I can't work. And then she just needed a statement stating that from a physician because I gave you all the evidence of that happening to me.
Um,
So if you can put that as a statement for her, then it'll be great. Or what your opinion is.
she's well. I I can. I'd like to have a conversation with her. Um,
But your opinion is that a crime is happening to me
I,
based on electronic harassment.
I believe that you believe that.
But how about you? But you believe with all the evidence that I have, it's possible for that to happen.
I think there's a stronger possibility that you actually have uh, a mental illness that's contributing to those thoughts.
But if you if a person has evidence of what's possible and and you haven't been around the person, uh, but for that person describing the incident, bringing the evidence, why would you think otherwise?
Because there's some things that are just um, so far out of what I would consider reality as to be possible. So this is for Prince William County Department of Social Services. Um, uh, let's see. information about public benefits, SNAP. And this is a renewal.
Yeah, she just needs to know if I can work or not. And with all my evidence uh, of what's been happening to me, of getting some electronic harassment,
Right
if
here.
you believe that I have a mental illness, then I can't sign that because you would project that to the conversation. And I know I've been, I know my limbs have been moved from a distance. And you can tell by my distorted voice that a crime has happened to me based on how it's been, my voice has been manipulated. A person with a mental illness can't work for Fairfax County for over 14 years. So I don't know how it's possible for me to have a mental illness when I show that I graduated from college.
Mhm.
I worked, ran my own business uh, for several years before the implant was implanted in me, and having my lens being moved from a distance. And I've also I worked security as a bouncer, so for several years. So why would you say uh, I'll have mental illness when you weren't at the incident of me being implanted and my lens being moved from distance?
Because I would venture that you were able to do a lot of that and do a good job of all of that before the mental illness took effect. Um, that's that's my opinion, and that's also from the documentation that I've read from your hospitalizations and from your when you were in with emergency services from from our records. Um,
Yeah, but it also states that it's possible for uh, psychiatrists to be mistaken about implants being in people
but
that are
Francis,
causing the symptoms of
we're,
getting
talk,
some electronic harassment.
we're talking about physicians and professionals that you've seen for the last 11 years, going back to 2013. All
2014.
yeah, 2014, all with this, presenting with the same symptoms, the same information, and the doctors and I've looked at your medical records when I was preparing for the for your SSI and SSDI application. I read all of that very thorough, and they're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, if someone is being targeted, there's a customer service line for it, and it's been on the news. It's like the hospitals and whoever else is within the government all work together towards an individual. So I've been stating a lot about making everybody worth 431 trillion dollar idea. Uh, so it's possible for the government to have targeted me to make me seem like I have a mental illness due to how this has happened before to other people. So the I follow the description of what somebody else has gone through. So it doesn't say that it can never happen again. I'm not out of touch reality. I've been experiencing the same thing other people have been experiencing that has had a crime happen to them. James Walberg went to court for electronic harassment. Um, I've been electronically harassed for years, and I'm now trying to uh, use my story in a positive way, turn a negative to a positive, to be able to showcase my injustice, to Powerball fundraise, and to become the number one artist of all time, due to me having the most valuable story to by helping the world to end poverty through photos and videos and being able to capture those events to paint so people identify that one location like Powerball Lottery uh, has people anticipate a large amount of income. billions of dollar jackpot winning to get people to instantly use their loose change to buy into the system. Entrepreneurship came from created all jobs. There's no job that didn't come from entrepreneurship. So therefore, me creating something that's possible for the world to be for the world to support, to have a traded income for the first time in history, each individual having billions of people to contribute. We all investors like Shark Tank and other invested companies to be able to push out money to get a return later on. So a breaking percentage of loose change that we could all do without, we all be able to sell what our standby agreements can create, and therefore everybody gets instant compensation when we kick back a percentage simultaneously being able to honor each other's deal because of how the resupply of donations this is within billions of jobs are being able to again honor business deals from across the world being connected to each other's bank account again while giving one location to accumulate everybody's offer of 1 million to use money to make money at a large amount as a standby overlapping income.
I understand your business plan.
Yeah.
Well, and because I've heard the business plan. It's just you asked me a question. I can.
It's just associated to how I can be targeted when I'm speaking about trillions of dollars because CIA, the implant, try to read the mind as possible for everything that I've gone through to have happen. Reality TV has investigated my story. They wanted to put me on TV. I have other investigators that's been able to look into my story and and allow me to uh, have housing and things of that nature. Because based upon my evidence of things like this happening to other people, so it doesn't discredit me when it has existed before. In the I would say uh, the developers of the technology are within CIA and the Pentagon use call a voice of skull. So all these people that um, understand the technology that created it, you're not saying, are you saying that they're liars or people that are out of touch with reality? Would you say that to them?
I wouldn't call anybody a liar unless I knew, because folks say things that they think are accurate and they think is true, but may not be based in reality. And so, I
How real my situation is just as real as there are developers within uh, CIA. Uh, again, there are people that develop the technology within CIA and people that are understanding of the technology within DARPA and Department of Defense. So um, it's as real as that. If you would go to CIA and ask them about it, they'll tell you exactly uh, what the technology is. So if it exists there, how can I be lying about what it is that other people have gone through? Oh, well, not lying, but how can I be out of touch with what it is that's possible when I'm in the same area as the people that developed the technology
because,
of implanting unsuspecting citizens?
um, because I because I think that, and I've read I've read many of the links that you've sent, and many of the documentation that you've sent. Um, and although, there may be some program out there that the CIA or Department of Defense has been working on, um,
It's a customer service line. Have you talked to the customer service line?
no.
Yeah, if you talk to the customer service line, they'll side with what I've been speaking
Customers,
about
what customer service line?
for gang stalking, electronic harassment. It's hold on one second.
Do you have it in your address?
It's 818-478-9283. So
818-478-9283.
right then, if you we can call right now and they'll tell you all about it, and then bring relevancy to what I've been speaking about. And uh, CIA is in Fairfax, and then there's a CIA building, and or CIA is in DC as well. And then the Packarees have been doing this as suspected citizens since the 1950s. And my story can create world history, so everybody has a fascinating story or a something that will glue billions of people together with no complication to work together the best with the loose change that we supply within billions of jobs, just like burgers are resupplied for McDonald's to be able to have traded income. Foot Locker has a traded income due to the resupply of shoes. So we have resupply donations. Then that means we can sell with standby to create instant compensation when everybody's simultaneously kicking back a percentage. So through raising money for justice, I'll be able to be the account holder to help everybody receive their $1 million checks that's anticipated, and helps everybody have a way to instantly schedule uh, with billions of people that work around the world congregated on a cell phone, and something that's going to grow bigger and bigger to help all families to be worth all the money around the world. And what one generation leaves off, the next generation picks up to be able to accumulate consecutive income of all the money around the world, 431 trillion and more. If it grows into 500 trillion, is something that eventually all family trees will be able to make as a profit collectively.
Um,
So the news speak about it. So I just don't. I don't want psychiatrists or physicians to keep making the same mistakes because it can hinder somebody's progress to help implement something that everybody needs. Every 48 seconds, someone passes away from poverty. So I'm waiting for a witness of crime agreement. Uh, so I'll be able to play in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and promote what will help billions of people to uh, resolve the issue of poverty around the world through raising money for justice. That's why I've been slow to go to court about my situation because of how I can help people to resolve the issue of poverty and help those who were influenced to be a part of the targeting because of somebody's defamation or whatever it is that got them involved. Uh, the excuses can be accepted based off of how I haven't done anything wrong to anybody. I'm an innocent person, but people can make mistakes uh, the within the public jump. It's a public jump towards an individual when uh, different companies work together to have them conform to whatever their reality may be, or the reality that they want for that person. So it's a form of conforming targeted individuals to what a group of people would like to happen, and it starts from it can start from defamation, or if a person has behavioral issue, it can stem from a person bullying. But I'm not a bully. I haven't done anything wrong.
Right.
So there are innocent people that been targeted. They say the person has done something illegal uh, with people. Uh, I'm not. I explained this to Sharita in Oakview when I seen street theater, but I didn't know what to call it. But I watched different shows like Predators, and I used to work for neighborhood and community services. I'm not a pedophile. I never done anything illegal with underage people, even though I worked with kids before. So that may have uh, spewed out within a person's defamation, but I'm not exactly sure if that's how the targeting happened, because they do this to known people that have done something illegal with underage people. Uh, that's within the protocol packet. But I'm a person that's innocent that explained about money to Secret Service, and then I was implanted. So I think it's due to economic gain uh, more than anything else. So I'm a person that has have a packet that talks about different reasons why people have been targeted, whistleblower, going against the government for some reason, or uh, uh, having an argument, maybe someone within the government having relationship issues, things of that nature. So I've dealt with military before. So I don't know if it's stemmed from an old relationship and the person understands the technology and put this in me. So it's a string of things that's possible. I know FBI. I grew up with FBI.
Mm-hmm.
And he's somebody that may know something, but I'm not exactly sure if it's him or any law enforcement. Coach Cofield, he's somebody that's in law enforcement that coached me in basketball. So it could stem from uh, other people that have been in the been in the been as a part of the government as a public servant in law enforcement and military. So it could stem from anywhere in word of mouth, like the telephone line. It gets worse and worse when a person speaks, even if it's in a joking way. So many things that can happen that had probably happened a long time ago, and then making it look like something that was supposed to be a certain way uh, spiraled out of control, and now it becomes dangerous when it's negligent. See, so and I'm trying to get out of anything that may be negligent because my body is something that I care for, and I don't want things to spiral out of control when people are using me to ruin me, because people are ruined with this type of technology. Is something that can put somebody in jail, institutions, and things of that nature. So I'm I'm trying to work with people with what I got to help the world to make this maximum work. So
When do you need to have this form complete and sent back to Ms. Hawkins?
within 10 days.
When did you receive the
I think I received it mm, last Monday,
Okay, so today's the
the
seventh
7th.
day. Um, I can print this off. The printer's way down the hallway, um, and I can give it to you if you wanted to take it to a different a doctor, one of your choosing, um, or I can also, if you wanted me to contact Miss Hawkins, um, and she does know you're on SSI, right?
Right. SSA.
SSA. Um, and or I can, I can contact Ms. Hawkins with your permission and, um, you know, have that conversation with her. It would save you a trip to, it may save you a trip to a doctor. Um, but that's kind of where we stand right now. Um, I, um, so what would you like for me to do? I can't speak with her without your written okay. Um,
All right. Yeah, since she needs as soon as possible, then. I mean, this doesn't say that I'm in agreement with what you.
no, it just says that you're agreeing that I can have a conversation with her.
That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. To have the have what she needs signed as soon as possible. No problem.
You need to run a copy of this
Yeah.
for you.
No.
You want a copy of this too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we go out? I'm going to run a copy of this. Um, the printer. I don't have a printer set up close by, so the printer that I'm using for this is down in the hallway where you and I met at the door. Um, so I will meet you. Let's go down there, and I'll also print a copy of this, or run a copy of this. Okay.
All right.
Just want to follow me.
Yeah.